Everyone. This is Carrie. I am going to take us through a really deep stretch. So, not any big, challenging movements. Instead, taking our time, maybe letting gravity take over and just getting some stretch and space made within our body and our mind. So, to start, if you have a rolled up blanket, take a blanket, roll it up so it's like a big doobie, maybe this thick. I'm going to use a block. So if you have a block, you can use a block. And we're going to lay down, and the blanket or the block is going to lay right horizontal on your low shoulder blades, not on your low back, but up higher on your shoulder blades. So with my block, I'm going to position it on my shoulder blades. If you have a second block or another pillow, you can place it behind your head if it's too much to have your head hanging. And then I'm going to adjust a bit. And then your legs can do whatever is most comfortable. Butterfly, this is constructive rest where your feet are wider and knees tented in, straight out. So it's fully your choice. Arms can be at your sides, on your belly, or maybe above your head. I just keep adjusting. I'm going to use another block. If a cat comes by, that's my cat friend. I call her Kiki. So find your comfortable spot, comfortable enough where you're able to release tension throughout your whole body. Let your shoulders start to melt around the blanket, the block, books. Let your face start to soften and start to lengthen your inhale and have an extra long exhale. Wherever you are, just feel the energy of what surrounds you. If you're inside, notice the walls without opening your eyes. Feel the ceiling. Feel the ground below you. If you're outside, maybe there's a slight breeze caressing across your skin. And bringing your focus back to your breath. As you breathe in, make it a full belly breath. So your belly expands up, your chest extends out. Here comes my kitty. Kiki. And then as you exhale, let gravity take over. Hi, Kiki. Notice if you're clenching your jaws. And give yourself permission to not have anything to do while you're here on your mat. You can wait until after, and then all those worries can come back. But for now, it's just you, your mat, no worries. On your next inhale, start to reach your hands back behind. Straighten out your legs if they're not. Big morning stretch. Maybe lift your butt off the floor and set it back down. Press through your heels like you're taking a walk. And then, like a snow angel, let your fingers scrape across the ground down towards your hips. And then inhale, snow angel, your arms all the way up above your head. Exhale down towards your hips. Inhale, Hakiki, all up above your forehead. Keep doing that a few more times. And then reach your fingers out to a T. Wrap your right arm over your left, stacking elbows, and either grab for opposite shoulders like you're giving yourself a hug, or keep wrapping forearms around. If possible, left hand grabs for your right wrist. Make a fist with your right hand. If you're holding here, totally fine. And then inhale, lift your elbows up. And exhale, bring your elbows down towards your belly. Squeeze your forearms together and feel a stretch across your upper back. Inhale, lift your elbows. Exhale, shoulder blades down your back, elbows to your belly. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back down. Inhale, open up fingertip to fingertip like a T. Exhale, left arm over right. Maybe stay here giving yourself a hug or wrapping. Right hand grabs left wrist. Left hand makes a fist. And then inhale, raise your elbows. Exhale, elbows down to your belly. Space and length on each side of your neck. Inhale, lift. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Release your arms. Reach all the way out, fingertip to fingertip. Big inhale. Exhale. Release. Slowly tip to one side. Take away your blocks or your blanket. Lay back onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock a little side to side. If this is too much, you can bring your forearms under your knees. Rock side to side. Feel a massage on your spine. And then take your right ankle over your left knee. Figure four position. Leave your left foot on the floor. Rock your knees side to side. Inhale to go one way. Exhale to rock to the other side. Move slow. As you move, start to feel and notice all the sensations, maybe through your right hip, maybe a little bit on your left hip when you tip over. And then release your right leg. Make your feet mat width apart, so a little over hip width. And then let your knees both go to the right. We're going to stay here and hug your shoulder blades in towards the middle. Press your left knee towards the floor and towards the wall in front of you. So you have a little energy pushing through. And if you feel your low back be a little pinchy, like it's arching, pull your low back. It won't touch, but like you're trying to stretch and touch your left low back to the floor. Arms can be out to the side. If you want to add in and shoulder stretch, bring your right arm over your chest, left hand grabs for your right elbow, and drag it your right arm to the left for a twist. If you want to go a little bit deeper through your left hip, take your right ankle over your left knee, and that extra weight might find a little bit more stretch through the front of your left hip. I can hear the cat in the bushes. So the story with the cat that has come around, who I call Kiki. I live in an apartment, the ground floor, and I leave my door open all summer. I work from home, and Kiki became more and more brave. And since June of last year, hangs out with me nearly daily, sometimes stays overnight, depending on how cold it is outside. So we're buddies. Hi, Kenny. I don't know who she is, but she does have a collar on. Take one more big deep breath. Open mouth. Release. If you have a hold of your arm, release. Let your right leg fall if it's lifted. Bring your knees back up and let them shake side to side. Let's come into a happy baby. So knees wide, tucked in towards your armpit, feet towards the ceiling, arms inside your knees, hands to the out pinky toe edges of both feet. If this is too much, you can hold on to ankles. You can place your hands behind your knees, wherever you choose. Pull your knees towards your armpits. Press feet toward the ceiling while you pull your feet down with your hands. And you can hold stillness or rock a little side to side. I like to straighten one leg and then the other. Oh, hi, cat. I can't. She's hilarious. Okay, bring your feet flat to the floor. Left ankle over right knee. And start to windshield wiper your knees side to side. Going slow. Notice when you tip to the right, press your left knee away. And then release your left ankle, feet mat width apart, a little over hip width. Let both knees fall to the left. You can stay right here. If you want to add the deeper twist, left arm drapes over your chest to the right. Right hand grabs your left elbow, gives a little tug over to the right. If you want a little bit more stretch through your right hip, left ankle over your right knee. Feel if the right low back is a little painful or pinchy, and pull like you're trying to touch your right low back to the floor. Send your right knee down and forward. It might not move to the eye, but that energy of moving down and forward. Breathe. Take a big inhale, fill up. Open mouth, exhale, release. Let your left foot fall off. Unwrap your left arm. Bring your feet back to the floor. And happy baby one more time. And then we're going to come up to a seat so you can rock up and down or turn to one side. Press yourself up. Let's first come into a happy baby. Oh, not happy baby. Tabletop. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees right underneath your hips. Inhale, let your stomach drip down. Try to drag your palms towards your hips. Feel a stretch in your upper back. Then exhale, round. Tailbone all the way tucking your chin. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Come back to neutral and see if you can articulate your spine just a bit more. So instead of making one movement of cat and cow, start with your tailbone, start to tip up, and then towards your middle back, starting to arch. And then your upper back, a wide collarbone, and then go backwards. Start to tuck your chin, round through your upper back, pressing hands in, then middle back, then starting to tuck your tailbone under. And again, articulating. Inhale, tailbone props up, middle back, upper back, look up, drag hands back. Exhale, tuck your chin, widen upper back, widen middle back, tuck your tailbone, come back to neutral. And then make other movements here. So look at over your left shoulder, getting heavy and dipping into your right shoulder, and then other way. Dip into your left hip, looking over your right shoulder. And a couple more times. We're going to come into a puppy pose. So puppy pose is a upper back bend. Walk your hands forward. Keep your butt high over your knees. Start to turn your tricep down. Forearms come down. And then chin comes down or forehead. So listen to your neck and what feels better. Belly pulls in taut. Let your chest get heavy. And feel the breath take you a little bit deeper. Okay. For those of you with kids, I now understand distractions thanks to Kiki. If you do come across distractions, maybe it's just your own thoughts in your head, pull in your breath. Big exhale. And then look forward. Stay on your forearms. Slide forward onto your belly and hips. Slide your forearms a little bit forward so you can see the crease of your elbow. If you can't see the crease of your elbow, you're too far back. Come forward. Press your forearms in. Pull your shoulder blades down your back. And then make some space in your neck here. Hold that space, lifting your heart up, but let your chin dip down towards your chest. It's okay to have a double or triple chin. Maybe rock your head side to side with your right ear going towards your right shoulder. And then other side, left ear towards left shoulder. Or hold stillness if you prefer. Let all tension go in your neck. Sometimes we don't even realize we're holding tension somewhere. We're definitely holding tension by pulling shoulder blades down, but let your neck and head be heavy. Big, deep inhales. Long, extended exhales. Slowly release. Bring your right arm straight out so you can see your thumb above your shoulder. Take your left hand, elbow bent, hand into the mat. Lift your left foot. Press your left hand, look towards your left hand, then press your left hand into the mat to crawl up and over your right side. And then your right forehead be soft to the floor. We're getting a shoulder and chest stretch of your right side. You can press your left hand into the mat. I'm going to go this way in case you want to see. So you can keep pressing your left hand into the mat to get a bit more stretch in your right shoulder and chest. Other options here, you can take your top hand, thumb down, and half bind behind. Another option is lifting your right knee to meet your left. Another option is to add a quad stretch, taking your left hand, your left foot or ankle, and kicking your knee back, or staying right here where you landed in the first place. With each long inhale, fill up, and then let your body relax on the exhale. Take one more inhale, open mouth, release. Slowly melt onto your belly. And we'll go to the other side. So right arm straight out. Look at your thumb. Make sure your thumb is higher than your shoulder. Wait, left arm out. Then right hand into the mat. Look towards your right hand. Bend your right knee. Press your right hand to the mat to flip over your left side. Let your left forearm soften to the floor. And then options again. Stay. Half bind. Maybe bring left knee up to meet your right knee, or adding in a quad stretch. With each breath, let your body relax a little bit more. Take one more inhale, open mouth, exhale. Roll gently back onto your belly. Take your hands under your shoulders. Inhale, lift yourself up. Exhale into a child's pose. Knees as wide as you'd like. Send your tailbone down and back. Reach your fingertips forward. Nice big inhale. Feel your whole back expand. Exhale, release. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come up to tabletop. And now I suggest grabbing books or blocks, something stable under your hands. From your knees, step your right foot forward. Let your knee come forward over your ankle. And you can stay more upright too, so like more 90 degrees. It all depends on how you're feeling through your front left hip. If you are a little bit more naturally flexible, you can deepen through the front of your left hip. Take your hands under your shoulders. Press your hands into the blocks or books. If you don't have any blocks or books, you can place your hands one over the other on your right thigh and press your heart away from your thigh. Feel the back left knee and your front right heel. Try to drag and magnetize towards each other. Shoulder blades down your back. Relax your jaw. Notice if you're shrugging your shoulders up. Notice if your right knee starts to send out to the right. Pull it back in. Press into the big toe ball mount of your right foot. If you want to add in a side stretch, if we have no props, take your right hand on your hip, reach your left arm up and over. If you have a prop, press more into your right hand, reach your left arm up and over. Maybe drape your hand behind, press your hand into your forearm and hold. Take one more inhale. Open mouth. Release. Slowly shift back. And we'll come into a half split. So inch your right heel forward. Keep your left hip over your left knee. Pull your toes back on your right side. Keep a bend in your right knee. And then with no change in the leg, try to shift your right hip back and drag your right heel. When it doesn't move anymore, now let your chest come forward any amount. Whether you use blocks or props or nothing, your choice. You can move through your ankle if you want. Maybe wag your hip side to side. If you would like a little bit more stretch through the IT band or the outside edge of your right thigh, walk both hands to the right. Lengthen through your spine. And then either with your hand or without, pull your right pinky toe towards your right hip and breathe into that discomfort. Notice how I'm not rounding through my upper back. I'm trying to find a cow, like cat and cow, a cow tilt of my spine. Take one more inhale. Release. Rebend your right knee. Take both hands inside your right foot. I'm going to switch so you can see my right side. Walk your right foot off to the edge of your mat, toes out, and then start to open up your right knee to the side. Your foot, your right foot, will prop up open as well. So you might see the sole of your right foot. And you can stay upright with hands on blocks, books, maybe just the floor. Or you can come onto forearms. This is called lizard pose. Find length through your whole spine. Let your right knee and hip get heavy. Maybe you don't need any props, or you like something under your forehead. When we get into these deep stretch poses, you might only be thinking, holy crap, ouch. If you're in pain, come out of it. If it's just discomfort, see if you can really focus on the breath coming in, picturing it, feeling it. The same thing, picturing it or feeling the breath coming back out. And lengthen your inhales and your exhales. An option here if you want to add in a quad stretch. Come back up onto your left hand. Reach your right arm forward. Watch your hand up to the ceiling and then back behind, and then maybe grab for your left foot. A towel, if you can't reach, may help. If you have a strap, a belt. Twist your right chest towards the ceiling. Press your left armpit up towards the ceiling and let your left ear get heavy to your left shoulder. Maybe come on to your left forearm. Slowly release. Come into a tabletop. Lift your right leg straight back. And then tap your right foot to the outside of your left. You're on your bum of your right foot. Look over your left shoulder. Get heavy, dipping to your right hip. And then press your right heel away. You might feel a nice stretch through your right hip. And then slowly come back. Grab your block, and we'll go to the other side. Step your left foot forward. Start to lunge forward. Knee over your heel, hands under your shoulders. Lengthen your whole spine. And take your time getting into this. If you start up here to help the front of your right hip open, that's fine. You can deepen every 2 or 3 breaths. Shoulder blades down your back. And then drag your front heel and back knee towards each other. Maybe you find yourself wondering when the heck we're going to get out of this. And remind yourself that most situations in life are uncomfortable. And if we slow down, focus, let the breath be your guide, it starts to not be so bad. We learn how to deal with discomfort. If you want to add in a side stretch, take your right arm up and over. One more inhale. One more exhale. Half split. Send your hips back. Right hip over your right knee. Walk into your left heel forward. Pull your left toes to your face. A bend in your left knee. Shoulder blades down your back. And then try to drag your left heel towards your right knee. That cow tilt of your spine versus rounding. And you can play around with it. Feel the difference between cat, this is cow, and cat. You're going to feel more of your hamstring when you're in your cow tilt position. Make any movements that feel right. If you want to add the IT stretch in on the outside left of your left thigh, walk both hands over to the left. And then either physically or energetically pull your left pinky toe towards your left hip. One more inhale. Open mouth. Exhale. Slowly rebend your left knee. Hands on the inside of your left foot. Start to walk your left foot out to the left, toes out. Open up your sole of your left foot like a book. Maybe inch your right knee back. And let your left knee and left hip get heavy. Shoulder blades down your back. You can hold right here and stay. Or get deeper on forearms. Maybe directly to the floor. And then breathe. Maybe notice with each inhale and each exhale, your body releases a little bit more. And that's because you're working with your parasympathetic nervous system by slowing down your breath. It's telling your brain and therefore your nervous system that you're safe. It's okay to relax. And your body reacts accordingly. If you would like to add in the quad stretch, first come up onto your hands. Press in your right hand down and away. Reach your left arm forward. With your gaze, watch your left hand up to the sky, then back behind. Then reach for your right foot or ankle. Twist your elbow, inside of your elbow, towards the front. Twist through your rib cage to send your left chest towards the ceiling. And let your right ear get heavy towards your right shoulder. Maybe deepen, coming onto your forearm. For those of us who sit all day, this is such a wonderful stretch. Take a big inhale. Long, open mouth, exhale. Slowly release. Hands under your shoulders. Take your left foot straight back. Then swing up and over your right. Press into the ball of your left foot. Look over your right shoulder. Get heavy into your left hip. Shoot energy out your left heel. And breathe. Release your foot. Come back to tabletop. And then tip to either side to sit down onto your buttocks. Bring your right foot into your left thigh. It may be helpful to have your block or books, or send your left hip crease energetically down towards the floor behind you. And then inhale, reach your left arm. Take your right arm down your right leg. I said that wrong. Take your left arm down your left leg, right arm up and over. Let your right knee, right hip get heavy as your right arm reaches over. Now, this is where your block or blanket or book might be helpful. This might be too much. So you can take your block and place your forearm on it. Maybe you don't need it. Either way, twist your right chest up to the ceiling. Take your right hand behind your head and then press your head into your hand and peeling your elbow higher up. With each breath, feel space being made through this entire right side body. One more inhale. Let it go. Slowly come up. Tighten up your legs so you're at a 90-degree angle. Take a tiny twist towards the right so your chest and toes are in line. Inhale to lengthen up through the crown of your head. And then exhale, forward fold. Press your foot and thigh into each other. Lengthen through your tailbone. Energy out your heart and head. If you have your block nearby, you can place forearms on it, maybe your forehead. Maybe you like a little extra and place it on your foot. Take a deep inhale. Open mouth, release. Slowly rise. Keep your legs. Take your right hand behind your hip, left hand over your thigh, and find a twist looking over your right shoulder. Release. Switch out your legs. Right leg goes long, left knee bent, left foot into your right thigh. Send energy to press your left knee left outside of your hip toe the floor. Left arm up. Inhale. Exhale, come up and over. Again, block under your forearm, either behind your leg or in front. And then take your left hand right behind your head. Press your head into your hand. Press your elbow to the wall behind you. And then breathe into your left side body. Notice if your breath is getting shallow up in your chest. See if you can breathe your breath into your belly. One more big inhale. Let it go. Slowly come up. Tighten up your legs a bit. Take a slight turn to the left. Inhale, find some length through the crown of your head, and then let yourself forward fold. If you need to sit on a blanket or your block, you're also welcome to do that. Keep pressing your foot and thigh into each other. Big inhale in. Let it go. Come back up. Cross your legs. And let's take a moment. Let's take a twist to the left. Take your left hand behind you, right hand over your thigh. Inhale, find some length. Hold that length as you exhale and twist. And come back around. And now find a seated position, maybe laying down if you prefer. And let's take a moment of pranayama or breathing meditation. So first find your comfortable seat or on your back. Maybe sitting on something to prop your hips up. Slide your shoulder blades down your back. And we'll do a counting breath. So where we will inhale for 4, hold for 4, and exhale for 6 though. So take a full inhale in, full release, then inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep going, counting on your own, maybe changing up the counts if you feel more comfortable with shorter counts or longer counts. Let's take a moment. Take one more round. If you'd like, you can join your hands at your heart. Bring your internal gaze to your heart and give yourself true thanks and gratitude for following along. Take one last inhale in. Let it go. Namaste, friends.